Recently, I asked everyone on stream to help me build my very first Bakugan deck, and it went pretty well, but I was left with quite a few different variations of cards that I wanted to look into a little bit closer. And I think that's a good thing because it gives me more variation while I'm playing. To start, I needed to establish how many cards I was using for my deck. Bakutech decks typically have one of each gate card, gold, silver, and copper, and two of each ability card, red, green, and blue. They also use double stands and critical KOs, however, more traditional rules, such as the regular Bakugan game, only allow for one of each ability card and do not allow critical KOs or double stands. Everyone on stream also agreed that it was fine to use the normal Bakugan cards I had instead of using just Bakutech cards, as I didn't have many and I can't read Japanese. So, with some guidelines established, let's move on to the Bakugan. I began the deck by deciding on my Bakugan. This was relatively easy to decide as I already had a concept created, I just needed to order the Bakugan. And $300 later, I can make my deck. The title of this deck is the Possessed deck, inspired by this little trivia in Made Last Boss's wiki page that says, Made Last Boss is one of the 4 Bakugan shown to have possessed a brawler, the other 3 being Gift Jinryu, Seis Tavenel, and Drathron. So based off that description, I got Made Last Boss, Gift Jinryu, and Seis Tavenel. I didn't get Drathron because number 1, a deck usually only has 3 Bakugan, and number 2, he's a Deca Bakugan. Once that was established, I took to the stream and with the help of you guys in chat, I was able to establish a decent amount of cards for the deck that would be good for my Bakugan. During stream, I had a no pile and a maybe pile to help filter out all my cards that wouldn't work. What was convenient about this was in the end I had 4 of each type of card, allowing me to swap some cards around after every battle if needed. This is super useful, especially since I am making this deck available for everyone to see, so having some anonymity is nice. The outcome of my selected cards are as follows. For gold gate cards, I have Oberus, Blowback, Gorham, and Frosh. For my silver gate cards, I have Whirlpool, Gloomy Gate, Tourney Field 3, and Volcanic Lake. For copper gate cards, I have Tricolor Fist, Tricolor Power, Rainbow, and Standoff. For red ability cards, I'm using Masquerade's Throw, Stormy Night, Go for Perfect, and Clean Slate. For green ability cards, I'm using Aquas, Aquas 2, Touch with Fire, and Second Best. For blue ability cards, I'm using Power Triangle, Power from Darkness, Summon Wave, and Julie's Charge. So keep in mind that I can only use 1 of each gate card and 2 of each ability cards. I have more listed just because some of them still work for the deck and I can always swap out cards later. Keep in mind that these were choices I made from the cards that I had on hand. There are definitely better cards to pick for a deck like this. However, if you'd like to see the full stream to see other options, there will be a link to that in the description. Also, feel free to leave suggestions in the comments below as to what cards you would put into this deck. With this number of cards, I will be able to swap and change up every battle if needed. It's always good to have backup cards. So all that's left now is to practice my rolling, as some of these Bakutech Bakugan have interesting gimmicks. For instance, Made Last Boss can be manipulated to change his spin tactics, and Seis Tavenel is one of the heaviest Bakutech, making him a great attacker and a great defender in the game. The odds of this Bakugan getting critical KO'd are very slim. If you'd like to see a more in-depth explanation of this, I will leave their video reviews in the description as well. And with that, all that's left is to practice. I highly recommend taking time and building a deck for your Bakugan. It's fun, you get to be creative with it, you get to take a closer look at your cards, and it's something that goes beyond just collecting. It's the whole other aspect of what Bakugan is. I think a lot of people get stuck wanting to just collect to get those Bakugan, but there's also the card side to it. So you can play the game, and I think just, creating a name for your deck, coming up with different styles and different uses for each Bakugan around the cards can be really fun, and so I highly recommend it. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to leave a like, drop a comment, and of course, subscribe for more awesome content. My name is Jesse, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.